Bro, Klay Thompson. When I get on the floor and I see number 11 suited up with me, I feel good about our success.
Curry, way downtown. Klay Thompson in the zone.
We've been through the highest of highs. Grateful to have the times I've had with him.
Sad. All right, Klay Thompson will make his return to the Bay tonight as the Warriors take on the Mavericks. Klay drafted 11th overall by Golden State in 2011, played 11 seasons with the franchise, made his mark winning 4 titles in the 6th in Warriors history in points. Here's Steph and Klay on his return.
We've had homecomings before, but nothing like this with the level of impact and the brand of Klay in the Bay Area is something that I don't know if any word or way I explain it will do it justice.
Be good to see people that you grinded with, obviously, but to me it's just another regular season game in November. Obviously there's bigger implications with the NBA Cup, so that's what's on our mind, is in my mind, is just to win that.
Big Perk, you buying them? I mean, he's just focused on the NBA Cup. It's just another game in November.
I am, Molly. And look, it was a bad breakup, right, though? And it shouldn't have went that way. I thought last season, Golden State, they held on too long with Klay Thompson. I thought they should have traded him at the trade deadline. We saw the frustration of Klay last season, of the organization. They was disgruntled all across the board. With that being said, Klay, obviously he feels like he's in a better situation. I believe he is, playing alongside Luka and Kyrie. He's going to get more, more looks, which needs to go up a little bit more, but that's another story. But he has pissed off the Golden State Warriors, I tell you that damn much. And when I think about Klay Thompson and what he brings to the table, obviously a knockdown shooter, obviously he's going to provide a lot of spacing, or he's providing a lot of spacing for Luka and Kyrie and those dynamic rollers and Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford. But the Warriors are something else right now. The Warriors are playing with a chip on their shoulder. The Warriors are sending a message to the rest of the league and Klay Thompson that is saying, hey, you don't want to be a part of this? You didn't want to be a part of this organization? You wanted to bounce on us? Okay, cool. Watch what we do.
Well, I think the Warriors wanted him to be a part of the organization, but at their point, at their price point, they demoted him, they brought him off the bench, and he's like, man, look here, I've been here for too long, helped you guys win too many games, too many championships to be going through this. He wanted a big number. He felt he had earned that big number, and they saw slippage in his play and said, nah, we're going to go in a different direction. They bring Buddy Hield in, who's playing extremely well. And look, you say all the right things, it's just a regular season game and yada, 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 but deep down, you want to show them, man, I sure wish I could have me one of those old 11 three-pointer games, Perk, to let them know what y'all gave up and I still have it. It's tough. And you can see the kind of the hurt and kind of like Steph trying to put it into words, what this actually means. I don't know if we've had somebody that's played this well. Shaq and Kobe, they kind of wanted to go their separate ways. Mike left, and then, once Mike left, they kind of broke up the Bulls. I guess it would have been a situation if Scotty left and Jordan was still there after the 98 season. Maybe we can compare it to that, but I don't know what we can compare it to when we talk about guys that have played together this long, won as much as they've won together, and then one decides to go and say Golden State made it easy for him to go his separate ways. But yeah, I think it means a lot more to Klay than what he's letting on, for the simple fact he felt that the Golden State Warriors gave up on him and didn't think he had any great basketball left in him.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard. Look, let me say this, Molly, Shannon. It's going to be hard for Klay when he returned back to Golden State. I know he's saying it's just another regular season game, but that's not the case. When you walk up in that arena, when you see all the people that work in the arena that you've been knowing for years, all the people that work in the organization, man, emotions kick in, right? He's still human, and it's going to be hard. I mean, I went through that situation when I got traded from Boston, and I went back to Boston my first time playing when I was with the Thunder, and those emotions kick in. When you see that tribute that they're going to put on that jumbo screen
They
up
gave you a
there. I
tribute?
mean, everything is. What you mean? What you mean? Don't start. Don't you start.
My bad, Perk. My bad, Perk. That was Molly. Molly was in my ear. Molly was in my ear saying, Shay, get him. Get him.
Never. Perk knows me better than that. No, absolutely. Those emotions are going to hit, and you don't know how he's going to react, right? He might play up to it, or it might be overwhelming. Go ahead, Shay.
Yeah, it's going to, because it's going to be different. It's going to be a different reaction than what KD got when he went back to OKC. It's going to be a different reaction than what LeBron got when he went back to Cleveland, and some of these others, maybe even Donovan Mitchell when he went back to Utah. Because I think deep down, Klay really wanted to stay. The other guys like, nah, we want to move on. We need to move on. So the fan base, I think the fans are going to welcome Klay back. I think he's going to get a long video montage. I think the fans are going to be very, very receptive, where we've seen some of these other great players leave, and they don't get that same reception when they come back. I can assure you, LeBron's reception when he went back to Cleveland and KD's reception when he went back to OKC was nothing like what Klay is going to get when he goes back to Golden State.
And it's deserved, all of it. Guys, I want to stay in the West, but I want to keep it moving here. So huge news in OKC as Chet Holmgren suffered a right hip fracture. He's going to be reevaluated in 8 to 10 weeks. The Thunder 9-2. They're first in the West. Perk, how big of a deal is this for OKC?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Warriors News. Today, we're diving into a story that has taken the basketball world by storm. Klay Thompson, a cornerstone of the Warriors dynasty, has officially moved on to the Dallas Mavericks, and he's made it clear he's putting his past with the Warriors behind him. This week, Klay opened up about not keeping in touch with his former teammates Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, saying he's fully committed to his new team and focused solely on helping the Mavericks win. But what does this mean for his legacy in Golden State? And what can we expect from Klay now that he's facing the Warriors as an opponent? Let's break it all down. Let's start by acknowledging what Klay Thompson meant to the Warriors. Klay wasn't just any player, he was a defining force in Golden State's rise to NBA dominance. Alongside Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, he built the dynasty that saw the Warriors win 4 championships and become one of the most feared teams in recent history. With over 12 seasons in Golden State, Klay earned numerous accolades: 5 All-Star appearances, 2 All-NBA selections, and even an All-Defensive Team nod. There's no denying Klay's legacy with the Warriors is secure, and his impact on the Bay Area is unforgettable. However, after a rough couple of seasons due to injury, it became clear that Klay wasn't quite the same player who had helped lead the Warriors to glory. In the 2019 NBA Finals, he tore his ACL, and after a long recovery, he then tore his Achilles, sidelining him for 2 full seasons. When Klay finally returned in late 2021, he showed flashes of his former self, but understandably, he wasn't the same all-star caliber player. He helped the Warriors capture the 2022 championship, but by the 2023-24 season, his performance had declined significantly. Unfortunately, that led the Warriors to make the tough call not to re-sign him, ultimately resulting in his departure to Dallas. Now, Klay has signed a 3-year, $50 million deal with the Mavericks. He's wearing number 31, a huge change after so many years as number 11 in the Warriors' colors. It's strange seeing Klay in that new jersey, and Steph Curry himself admitted that seeing Klay in blue and white with a different number was, in his words, weird. But as much as it's unusual for fans and former teammates, Klay has embraced the change. He's made it clear he's ready to focus on his new chapter with the Mavericks. He even told Mark J. Spears of N's Cape, "I'm locked in. I'm not really keeping in touch with Steven and Draymond. I'll see them when I see them. That chapter is over." From Klay's perspective, it makes sense. He's in a new environment and eager to prove that he can still contribute to a team's success. He's looking forward, aiming to help the Mavericks become contenders in a tough Western Conference. But despite this shift, it's hard not to wonder what his transition might mean for the Warriors and their chemistry. After all, Klay was an integral part of that locker room dynamic, and now the Warriors have to move forward without his presence both on and off the court. As Klay steps onto the floor against the Warriors, he's not exactly setting the league on fire just yet. His stats so far with the Mavericks have been decent but not groundbreaking. He's averaging 13.8 points per game, with 3.7 rebounds and 2 assists. For a player of his caliber, these numbers might not reflect what fans expected. While he did set a Mavericks record for most three-pointers made in a debut game, his shooting percentage has struggled to reach its former heights, sitting at 41.8% overall and 35.4% from beyond the arc. Though he's perfect from the free throw line, it's clear that Klay is still working to find his rhythm in Dallas. On the other side, the Warriors are off to a strong start this season. Steph Curry and Draymond Green continue to lead the charge, with a team that's showing their potential to be a serious playoff contender once again. With the Warriors' high-energy style and the depth of their bench, they've proven that they're ready to make a splash this season. Golden State fans are likely wondering if letting go of Klay was the right move, but so far, the Warriors have adapted well to his absence, finding ways to maintain that winning edge. While it's definitely bittersweet seeing Klay in a new jersey, it's also reassuring to see the Warriors stay strong in his absence. Golden State is a team with a championship mindset, and with Steph and Draymond still at the helm, they're as competitive as ever. The Warriors have shown they can adapt, and this season's results so far have given fans a lot to look forward to. Klay's journey with the Mavericks is a new chapter for him, but for the Warriors, it's a reminder of how adaptable this team can be. As for the upcoming game, it's bound to be intense. The Warriors and Mavericks will face off for the first time with Klay as an opponent in what's sure to be a highly emotional and competitive game. While Klay will undoubtedly have a lot to prove, the Warriors have the momentum and the chemistry to keep their winning streak alive. Golden State fans can feel confident that the team is ready to put on a great performance, and will all be watching to see how this matchup unfolds. So what do you think, Warriors fans? Are you excited to see this new era for Golden State without Klay, or do you think his presence will be missed? How do you feel about Klay's journey with the Mavericks, and do you think he'll find success there? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, let's get a conversation going. And of course, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one on Warriors News.